What's going on, everyone? Hey, just wanted to share something with you that I was just talking about with Vlad, who is our support from Movable University. And just real quick before we get started, Movable University is a system that is set up to help chiropractors add corrective exercise into their practice, and not just corrective exercise, but systems as far as how to engage patients, how to educate them, give them a process to follow at home, for example, and really have structured care. So it's not just come in when you hurt type of thing. So moveableuniversity.com, that's the website. You can find out more. You can grab our free book, which is Movable Secrets. That's where a lot of chiropractors get started to see if this practice model is enticing for them, engaging, if they're interested in it. So grab our free book, Movable Secrets book. You grab it at moveableuniversity.com. When you go to that page, you'll see it down there. You click on it. You just fill in where you want us to ship it. You cover shipping. We'll send it over to you. But anyway, what this does is that it basically creates more significance for you. It makes you more significant in your community because now you're offering something that people are looking for. That's different. It differentiates you from all the other chiropractors down the street. So if that sounds interesting for you, then check out what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about this thing called the 12-week transformation. And what is the 12-week transformation? I just got off the line with Vlad, and he was asking me this. He said, how would you describe this? And I said, you know what? I'm going to make a little training on this real quick. So the 12-week transformation is many things, but it's basically, in its simplest form, it's this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to flip this around. Okay. I'm going to draw this as we're talking. I got a dry erase board here. All right. We're going to dry erase board this up. Here, I'll put some light on it so we can see a little bit better. Try to get that halo light off of there. Boom. There we go. Maybe you can see better here. Okay. So 12-week transformation. All right. So what is this? What is this right here? The 12-week transformation. Get that glare out of there. So the 12-week transformation is really, we have this process. We have day 1, we have day 2. A lot of people have this in their practice, all right? Some chiropractors don't do this, and I think it's a mistake to not have a process. But we also have a day 3, and check this out. We go a little nuts with this. But there's a reason. There's intention behind this. Everything has intention. There's a day 4 and there's a day 5. You ever heard of this before? Oh my goodness. Why do we do all this? Because there's a lot of moving parts in practice because we provide a tremendous amount of value and significant clinical care that delivers results where a lot of other things fail. This is true. Okay, I can say this with confidence. We get better results. All right? We do. Just flipping this around real quick. We get better results clinically. We do. I'm not saying that to blow smoke, but we fix patients that have not been able to find results elsewhere. Why is that though? Because we address more components. We address segmental problems very precisely. We address postural issues. We address movement. The main thing we're looking at is movement. We measure movement. We quantify what's going on. We look at these 7 basic human movement patterns and we find out where are their faults. And then we figure out how to fix them, and we have protocols to fix them. We actually get our patients to follow our recommendations. We give them resources to follow the recommendations. They follow through, and they get results. And they get it, and they get educated on natural health and healing. And they buy into the chiropractic lifestyle because they see that it works. And they say, wow, this is different because you guys are addressing more than my chiropractor that spent 3 minutes with me that just cracked my back to make me looser. Now, how do you do this? How do you actually spend more time with a patient? How do you have staff or a team that's trained in this? How do you follow protocols that make sense? And how do you drive a higher level of value so that whether you're doing health insurance or personal injury or self-pay, whether you do none of that, self-pay, why would your patients pay for this out of pocket? Because you're delivering and rendering a higher level of service. And if it's done the right way, patients appreciate it. They want it. So there's a fair exchange. They pay for it. And then it works. So the business model part, which I know everyone's worried about, they're like, yeah, I'd love to do that, but how am I going to make that work? That's how we do it. It works. We've taught other chiropractors all around the country to do it, and it works for them too. So I'm going to flip back around. So we have this day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 process. We go through some pretty detailed training inside of our program, Movable University. That's what Movable University is. There's a link up here that Vlad threw up, so it's movableuniversity.com. I'm not going to write it out because it's already on the screen. And if you go to movableuniversity.com, you can learn more about this. You can get the book, and you can read about how we go through this process and what things we learn that work and what things we say to avoid. And you basically see like a 10,000 bird's eye view approach of how this whole thing comes together. But what is a 12-week transformation? So on day 2, so we do our assessment and stuff here. Then on day 2, we're sitting down with the patient and we're basically figuring out, do you want to do option A or B? What do you want to do? And some chiropractors say this kind of stuff. They say, hey, do you want like short term, not really dive into like fixing the cause of the problem? So I'll put like this, just very basic. Okay? You want that? And that is low commitment. I even say this to a patient. This is low commitment, very little work for me. To be honest, that's not really what I love to do, because I love to think a little harder and put together some clinical planning and get even better results for my patients. So this is a little bit more long-term, okay? This is corrective. Man, look how this marker is running. It is nuts. Okay, this is corrective. This is advanced. All right, this is commitment. Okay. However, the difference is this is little results. Your problem's going to come back. You're going to come back in here. You're going to need work because we're just addressing symptoms. You're using chiropractic as an expensive aspirin. Versus here, this is huge results. And the way that I explain this, because this is the truth, is that this right here, this what I just drew is, what is that? It's a fork. It's a fork in the road. This is the fork in the road. All right, I'm going to flip back around real quick. So this is what we talk about with a patient. We say, look, you can do option A or option B. Option A, short term. We're not really going to look at fixing structural issues, functional issues, movement issues. Not really going to dive deep and fix the root cause. It's very little commitment for you. It's very little work for me. I don't have to map a whole lot out clinically, but the results are going to be, probably short-lived. And I just want you to understand that moving into it. Option B is we move into a corrective plan. We actually fix the cause of the problem. We address segment issues in detail strategically so you can build stability and confidence that this problem isn't going to keep coming back. We're going to look at postural concerns, help you fix your posture. We're going to teach you what you need to do so that your posture is strong and healthy, and we're going to measure your movement, fix your movement, teach you what you need to do to improve, regain, maintain mobility and stability, and move into more of a healthy fitness, strength and power mindset, which is really where all the healing happens, is when you can exercise. We all know this. Movement is life. You stop moving, you die. So the second option, B, is a corrective approach. And this stuff works, but there's more commitment. But that more commitment, the more effort that you put into it, you will get better results. Is that what you want? And people are like, yeah, I want to do option B. If they do. Some people are honest and they say, no, I don't want that right now. Okay, fine. Thanks for telling me. Let's not map that out. Come back when you're ready. We'll do something short term. So when they want the huge results and they're doing this, then that's when the 12-week transformation comes into play. So we map out a game plan for them. And then on the third visit, we go through the game plan and then we introduce the 12-week transformation, which is what they're going to be doing. It's a 12-week process. That's what we found in this process, in this work that we do with fixing segment posture movement. It takes 12 weeks before we can justify really repeating a lot of the comparative things that we're measuring as far as movement and structure and x-ray and so on and so forth. So it's a 12-week process. And we go through, and in Movable University, we teach chiropractors how to do every step of this and how to organize and coordinate it and what the options are and how it works in your practice. And there's a small percentage of chiropractors that are not good candidates for this. We can figure that out pretty quick. There's a thing that Vlad does. He actually jumps on the phone with chiropractors. He's been doing this for the last several months. He jumps on the phone with doctors, does a discovery call is what we call it. talks for a few minutes. Within 5 minutes, he's pretty confident of like, this is not going to be right fit for you. No problem, doc. Have a good day. Now you know. A lot of cases, there are other doctors that have had some potential hurdles that they think are hurdles, and then we work through it, and they find out this is going to work great for them, and they get started, and they love it. They absolutely love it because it changes their whole direction in practice, gives them that like initial motivation and fun that they had when they first started practicing, because now they're doing more for their patients in a structured process. So anyway, back to the 12-week transformation. So I'll flip this around real quick. So what is the 12-week transformation? This is a couple things. One is it's introduced here on day 3, and the patient gets onboarded to the 12-week transformation on day 4. And you're saying, what the heck is this 12-week transformation thing? Well, 12-week transformation is the process. It is the process. It's when our patients identify the whole process of changing their health and their life. They don't want, I'm going to flip it again. Patients don't want to fix their pain. They don't want to feel better momentarily. All right. What patients want a transformation. Okay. Patients don't want prevention. They want a transformation. They want to transform their life. That's why people are attracted to like these reality shows like The Biggest Loser and The Voice and, home makeover shows. People want to see a transformation. It's something that is like in our DNA of what you turn on the show, you just can't stop watching. We're attracted to this. So people resonate with even the title of this 12-week transformation. And the cool thing is that it delivers. It gives them all the resources that they need to make major changes in 12 weeks. So on day 3, we talk about this. Day 4, we onboard them. And it's an online membership site that we created. And we filmed out hundreds of videos. And we put this together in a chronological order of when we think patients would want to learn certain topics about natural health and healing. So for example, who here teaches patients how to sit properly, how to sleep properly, how to lift properly? We do, and we made videos on it. And then we share this with patients. And there's all these kind of different topics that we went through, and we originally made these videos for our own practice. And then as we built out Move Well University, we refilmed all of this. We wear Move Well shirts, excuse me, so it's branded to Move Well. So it's now this power of sub-branding, which is a whole other topic. So we have chiropractors all around the country that use this program because we built it so it works globally. It works in everyone's clinic. It's not specific to our clinic or how we practice. It's universal information for a doctor who's doing corrective exercise in their practice or addressing movement patterns in practice, which is what the meat and potatoes of Move Well University is. But it's so much more because it uses this vehicle called the 12-week transformation, which took us literally a couple of years to develop. And through some pretty cool software online, it's not hard for you to actually upload this, host it yourself. We show you how to do this. It's very simple. And now you have a 12-week program that you can completely control. You can modify any of the content, any of the videos that you want to. But the beauty is you're busy, you're a chiropractor, you're seeing patients. You don't have to. It's turnkey. You can use this thing and it guides your patient through the entire process. You start to put these processes in practice. And what that does is you're able to deliver better results for your patient. You, of course, are getting reimbursed for this, whether you're doing this through health insurance or personal injury or self-pay. There's tremendous value to it, so people pay for it. Patients are getting better results. They're more compliant. It's a system they can follow. And it creates significance for you in your community. People start to talk. Patients are blown away by it. They say, this is the most structured thing I've ever seen. Never seen this in the chiropractic clinic before. Wow, I've been to a physical therapist. I've been to a chiropractor. I've been to an MD. No one's ever gone through this before at all. And I believe that this is the future of what we can really do for patients. And it's the best of all worlds because we've automated this so that it doesn't mean you as the doctor need to spend 3 hours with a patient face-to-face explaining all of this. We use the power of technology. We videoed this stuff, and it's in a program called the 12-week transformation. That is one of the core parts of Move Well University that when our movable doctors put corrective exercise in practice and they start to use this with their patients, the 12-week transformation is the first thing that they set up to make it easier. So hopefully this short video, this short training, gives you some insight of what the 12-week transformation is. It's a 12-week process that our patients go through for us to make changes, to segment posture movement. We have objective ways of measuring this. We teach all that stuff inside of Movable University. But the 12-week transformation is a resource for the patients to be able to log into. They get a username and a password. They have a journal as well that goes along with it. And it's a program that they can follow that's very structured. People love it. They're attracted to it. They want to tell others about it. That's how we get referrals in our office a lot of times, is people come in and they say, hey, I was sent in by John. He said he just went through this 12-week process, with a journal and this online program, and like, I want to learn more about it. People come in and they're ready to get going because that's what attracted them to our clinic to begin with, is they're looking for a handhold process. They're looking for guidance. They feel like they've been thrown into something with another doctor and they don't know what the heck to do. And they want that coaching process. And so that's what it's done. So anyway, hopefully that helps. If you have any questions or comments, leave that below. If you've never looked at any of our stuff in Movable University before, I would invite you to go to our page, movableuniversity.com. You can look at reviews of other doctors who are early at implementing or who have implemented this process. You can schedule a discovery call with Vlad, who does our support. He jumps on a phone call with you in 5 minutes. He can answer a lot of the questions that you probably have. You can ask them below on this Facebook Live video. Share this with other doctors. If you're like, hey, I got a buddy that might be interested in this as well. Share this with your office manager. Share this with your fellow chiropractors you practice with. But this is set up to make things easier, more congruent. And the benefit for you as the chiropractor doing this, you become more significant in your community because you stand out. You're offering something different. Nobody in our entire state, well, I should say in our city, we have some other movable doctors in Idaho far away. No one in our city is doing this. This is what makes us stand out. This is different. I can definitively look at a patient that comes in, show them this, and I know that this blows them away because they've never seen something so structured before, so comprehensive. We cover all the bases. And when you cover the bases and then you say, we have a higher cost for care because we're delivering more, people aren't surprised because you deliver so much value, you present so much value that it makes sense that this is going to cost a little bit more, because this is not, come in for 12 back cracks for $49 a month. That's not what we're trying to compete with at all. So if you're sick of that stuff and you're sick of playing pricing wars and thinking you're going to play let's make a deal with a patient, that's how you're going to grow your practice, I would say take a different approach. Grow your practice with having tremendous value, great clinical content, over-deliver, get great results with your patient. That's always what I feel like has been at the forefront of our success, is results first. Results is what matters most. So again, check out movableuniversity.com. Comment below if you got anything to say. Appreciate you all, and we'll be back soon.